As my first full year on YouTube comes to a close, I would like to just sit back and reflect with you guys on how I made $10,000 my very first year. And I want to talk to you about how you can do it, the things that I've done, the things that you could do better, and just overall tips to help you get started. What's going on, guys? Look, year one is in the books and I am officially starting my second year here on YouTube. And I was lucky enough to have some crazy growth since the beginning, since I started. I started with my channel at like 340 subscribers, but now we're here at around 9,000 almost. And as far as income goes, I've been making almost $1,000 a month, which is insane to me. But overall, it led to me making $10,000 for my very first year, which to me is insane. To some other people, that may be like, pocket change. That may be a day or a month's worth of YouTube grind. But for us normies and people who are just getting started, 10,000 is a lot to be compensated for talking to your camera and offering value. So let's talk about how I grew my channel. When I started this thing, my main goal was to give as much value as possible. Like, no matter what, cut out all of the fluff and just get straight to the value. I wanted to be straight to the point. I wanted to have somewhere where I could just chill out, be myself, and not put on a fake personality. I wanted the people in my audience to like me for me. And of course, I started making content on the Blackmagic camera. I am a camera nerd and I fell in love with the Blackmagic, which is already a niche community. So what I decided to do was join Facebook groups and started making content that I didn't see other people making. And I wanted to make it around my experiences with the camera. That way, it's not just some general knowledge videos. Everything that I make is related to me personally. It just helps me with creating videos. It helps me be more natural when I'm talking to the camera because it's things I've experienced and things that I know. And of course, get in Facebook groups and I share my videos, and having that ability to share in the local groups really helped build like the foundation of the first like couple hundred subscribers, because from that point, I now had people who kind of enjoyed watching the content, and it gave me some encouragement to keep going. Now, when it comes to the money, this is what I did. When I hit 500 subscribers, I applied for Amazon affiliates. Amazon affiliate, if you don't know, is where you can basically post Amazon links in your description, and every time somebody clicks on it and buys some kind of product related to that link, you get paid for it. Really neat, really chill. And if you have over 500 subscribers, you can just apply for it and it's really convenient. So what I did was I niched down. I started talking about Blackmagic content. I started talking about, the things in film and the things that I've experienced. And if I recommended a product, I would leave it down in the description. I would make build guides and stuff for my rigs, all these little individual pieces. If people wanted to support the channel, they could go buy through the link. It would help me out and it would let me keep going to create more and more videos. And I was sure not to product push. I personally hate product pushy videos like you can't live without this one thing in your life, or you need this one. I hate that. And like, I love to recommend stuff for people. I like to give the pros and the cons and try to be as unbiased as possible. And I get really passionate about the things that I love, but I don't ever want to make somebody feel like they cannot be a creative or they can't create the things that they want to without this specific device. Because just getting started, when I first started, just takes the bare minimum. Like, get a camera, get one light if you have it, and a microphone, and just do what it takes to give people value. So when I started doing Amazon affiliates, I got my revenue up to about $1,350 to $1,400 per month, like as a payout, which is already ridiculous. I got approved for the YouTube partnership, but my big thing was I didn't actually monetize my channel for the first 8,000 subscribers because I didn't want people to have a poor viewing experience. I didn't want to like ad wall them or put up commercials or anything before my videos, because I just wanted everybody to kind of see the value, and I didn't want to ruin that experience by just trying to make a few extra cents per video. But in late 2020, YouTube basically said, hey, we're gonna put advertisements in front of your videos regardless if they're monetized or not. So with that, I just went ahead and accepted the monetization part, which so far I think I've made about $650 in like the first 2 months of being monetized, which is fantastic because that is an additional income. So if I were to do it differently, I probably could have made well over 10 grand, because having that extra bit of monetization coming in would have really helped push the income. But in all honesty, it's not about the money. Like, I don't do YouTube for the money. I do it because I love to help people as best I can. So if I can help you guys bypass the struggles in my life and have your experience as a filmmaker, as a videographer, just be overall better, that is worth it for me. So these are the things that you can do better than I did. From my experience, I have realized what works and what doesn't work. And even though I know that, I still slack off at time because creating content can be very difficult. So something you should consider when you're creating content, be really consistent. I saw my best growth in the channel when I was pumping out a video every week, maybe sometimes twice a week, but giving content, giving value, and never letting the discussion die. Like, having more and more people just flood in. I think my peak was I got like 3,600 subscribers in a month. Like that, that was like the first 8 months of my growth just in a month, because I was being more consistent and I was giving as much value as I could. So if you're into that, 10 out of 10 would recommend just be consistent and give as much value as possible. I would also, cliche as it sounds, focus on your titles and focus on your thumbnails. The videos that do the best for me they have really simplistic, easy to read titles, and they have an attractive thumbnails, because you have to think, if somebody is searching for your video because you want to create searchable content, somebody's searching for your video, what is going to entice them to even give your video a chance? And once you get that click-through rate, once you get people who are actually choosing to watch your videos and they're staying and watching your videos for longer, YouTube then recommends that content to more and more people. Like, I am still trying to nail that down. Like, I'm still a small channel, but the last year has basically shown me that anything is possible. And I would like to just show you through my experiences that you 100% can do it if you just stay consistent and put your mind to it. And of course, making searchable content is a really big thing. So I focus a lot on tags. When I do a video, I spend like an extra hour. I use TubeBuddy. I can link TubeBuddy in the description if you guys want me to, but like, it is an awesome program. I'm not sponsored by them, but I use it for searching for thumbnail tags, searching for just tags in general to make my videos a lot more searchable. And of course, creating that niche content that gives as much value as possible. It's fantastic. I started off with Blackmagic content, but I don't only want to create videos on the Blackmagic cameras. I personally like to create videos on the Sony cameras or the Art of Film, or, you know, some travel videos. But I knew how I could build my audience, and that was niching down, creating really specific content, offering a lot of value, but not pigeonholing myself to where I can't create anything else. But if you keep these things in practice, if you stay consistent, create searchable content, and of course, like, don't product push, because worst thing that can happen is your audience starts to not trust you. That would be so heartbreaking if one day my audience was like, yo, you changed and we can't trust your recommendation, because that is my whole thing. Like, I do my best to help people as much as possible, and I don't ever want to make people feel like they're being sold to. So be honest, be genuine, and be yourself, of course, and guarantee you're gonna grow in some form or fashion. If you have any questions, I do my best to answer every single comment. It's a lot, and I do it like once or twice a week, but I do my best. Just leave it in the comments below if you have any kind of questions, anything that I can help with, anything that can help you grow and be successful. I am here to help. But with that all being said, that's all I have for you today, guys. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you loved it, consider subscribing, because I'm gonna bring you more content just like this every week. So you guys stay safe, you're loved, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.